everybody, welcome to my weekly recommendations. Today we're going to talk about a few things. First off is going to be design tips. I did a class on Saturday and had some good attendance, and I just wanted to put it all out there for you, or at least some specifics that I covered in that class. I did two different example gardens per se, and I just wanted to go over, whenever I spoke about, like in previous talks, I talk about heights. So this is what I'm talking about. Starting low with more of a ground cover, then going intermediate and taller as you go back. So you're creating a full perspective from top to bottom for your focal point, whereas directly eye level, all the way down to the ground. And then in saying that too, I always like to use contrasting colors. So using the silver artemisia with a very dark leaf heuchera is a great contrasting color, and then throwing the blue in there as well. It works out really well. It draws your eye. And then we can go over to here too and talk about this one as well. Same thing, contrasting colors with the black and the yellow leaf of the heuchera. And another thing I spoke about too is your bloom times. So when you're planting or planning on designing a garden, think about your bloom times. You want to make sure you cover your spring, summer, and fall, and also put some winter interest in there as well. So don't forget about your evergreens. I like to go like a 50% ratio, or maybe not quite that much with your deciduous, so you do have some structure going through winter. And the bloom time, back to the bloom times, is don't always have to worry about having a specific bloom time for a season. You can always use just the leaf color. So that's what I did in this design, and specifically is using the yellow heuchera with the black leaves, and then also pulling in some of the dark colors from the buddleia. So you can use those colors in the leaves, and you have that color all season long. You don't have to worry about it, a specific bloom time or anything like that. And that's the same that goes with this design here. You're always going to have those silver leaves of the artemisia and always have the black leaves of the heuchera. So wrapping that up is a few things to think about is your heights, your bloom times, your deciduous versus your evergreens, so you do have some winter structure, and different seasons of interest. So we're going to cover a few different plants moving on forward. All right, so we're going to cover, it's a perennial form of like a creeping hydrangea. The botanical name is called schizophragma, and this one in particular, the variety is Moonlight. So it is basically a climbing hydrangea, but it'll get about 25 to 30 foot tall. It does not like a lot of sun, so no more than 4 to 5 hours. Likes rich humus soil, so don't put it in a ton of clay soil. You're going to really have to amend the soil if you do have a really clay spot that you want to get it into. And it loves to climb. So I have seen this on garden tour where it is about 30 foot tall up into a huge oak tree and blooming like crazy. The blooms on it get big. They're about an 8 to 10 inch wide lace cap, like the hydrangea lace cap, and it'll have smaller flowers, all like rosettes around the top of the lace cap, and they are fragrant. So great, you have to have something for it to climb on is the one thing. It will self-attach too. So if you put it at the base of a tree, it will climb up the tree, or if you have a fence, it will self-attach to the fence and grow along the fence, or a brick wall, or anything like that. So great climbing vine for the shade, which there isn't many. So great choice. There is a bunch of different varieties too. So there is a variegated leaf version. There's another one called Roseum, which we do have in stock, that blooms like a pink rose color. So great plant, one of my favorites. All right, last stop. We're going to talk about some 4.5 inch annuals that are great for fall. So great fall color, great for doing some new fall containers, or to put a little bit of color in some of your containers that aren't looking so great. So first off is this Biden's, and this one's called Goldilocks Rocks. Gets about 12 inches Likes the sun, so at least 5 hours of sunlight, and it's a great filler plant. Has a great big yellow bloom on it, so, and it'll semi-trail over the sides. Next up is the Chrysocephalum, which is flambe yellow. And I really like this plant because it has the silvery leaf with the yellow flowers, so great contrasting colors. Great filler as well. This is going to get you about 12 inches as well. Then lastly is the lemon coral sedum, which is a really low, like ground cover type plant. So put this on the edge of the container and it will come down over the side. So I also wanted to mention we are doing a fall container class this Thursday. There is a few spots left, so make sure you sign up for it. We have these and many other great plants coming in. We have more plants coming in the shipment this week. So great fresh stuff for fall. Stop in and check us out.